Hello, everyone. It's Angie. Merry Christmas Eve. It is Thursday, December 23rd that I'm recording this and that I'm going to post it, and you guys will hopefully have time to watch it. I understand if many of you are in the throes of last minute preparations like I am. I honestly can't believe that I'm finding time to do this. I have so much to do. I am woefully behind, but I do have so many things to show you, and I didn't want to, well, most of them are gifts and are not going to be here next week. So I wanted to get on here and share them with you, and then we'll do a little whip and chat and talk about the week and talk about what's coming up. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. So thanks for dropping in. It's fun to spend some time with you. It is going to actually be a welcome respite to be able to just chit chat and talk for a while. I have finishes. Ooh, do I have finishes? I have some significant finishes. So the first, and then I have some friend mail as well that I want to share with you. And I will tell you that I recorded this video yesterday. I talked for an hour and 15 minutes. Then I realized that I was so tired because I had only gotten 2.5 hours sleep the night before, and I just was rambling and it was incoherent. So I scrapped that video and we're going to try it all over again. Has anybody ever done that? Just decided, put a lot of work into something and then just decided it wasn't up to snuff and started over? Yep, that's what I did. All right, so we're going to start with my non-diamond painting finishes. And I just want to show you how my pillows turned out. So if you remember, I've made 7 Christmas tree skirts, crocheted Christmas tree skirts since Thanksgiving. Yeah, 7 of them. And then I found this pattern, and I had some leftover yarn from the skirts, and I've showed you the skirts in previous videos, so I didn't bring those in because those are getting packaged up to get wrapped. But I found another pattern, and this was actually a pattern for a granny square Christmas Afghan. So you make these squares that ended up measuring exactly 12 by 12 inches. And I thought, wouldn't those be cute as throw pillows to go with the Christmas tree skirts? So I made 4 of these throw pillows. I bought the pillow covers on Amazon, and then I went to Joann's and got the the 12 by 12 inserts, pillow inserts. And then I sewed the granny square onto the pillowcase. And this is the first time I've ever sewn anything significant, and I think I did a pretty good job. They look pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with the way that they turned out. And so I made 4 of these. So 2 of the recipients of the Christmas tree skirts that are for Christmas are going to get 2 throw pillows along with it, and the other 2 are not, but they have other gifts. So it's going to work out. It's all going to work out. Forgive my nails today. I've been working hard, and for some reason, these are color streets, and I really, really like them. They're really sparkly and pretty, but this particular one doesn't, it chips really easily. So I just put these on the other day, and they're already chipped off on quite a few of my fingers. So I apologize for that. I didn't have time to switch it out, and you guys understand, I'm sure. So 4 of those pillows I made this week. And now let's get to diamond painting finishes, because that's what I really kicked butt on. So I made 2 wine bags this week. This really cutesy one with the reindeer. And look what I did. I just realized when I was filming yesterday, I missed an entire snowflake up there. So I'm going to have to dig into my extra drills and find my drills and finish that off. I must have been really tired. But it turned out so cute, and I did seal this. I used the diamond painting sealer that I got from GBFKE that I showed you in the unbagging video last week, or maybe it was earlier this week. I don't know. Time is starting to blend together. But it's this I really like this product. It comes in this bottle, and it has this squishy little applicator, and you just dot it on there, and it does not take the shine off the drills at all. There's no residue or anything. And also, it's still nice and bendable. They're still nice and pliable. They don't make it really stiff like some of the other sealers can do. So I did seal this just because and it works. I mean, you can't you can't pick these off. They're on there. And I'll show you especially on a couple other things that I made. So I made this one, and then I also made this one. This one was really fun. It had quite a few different drills in it, and it was really fun to do. I sealed this one too. Now, because this was like a lighter color burlap, you can kind of see where my sealer got on the outside of the drill field, but I don't think it looks too bad. Then I made these cutesy little drawstring bags for my granddaughters. And I made this one for Lila, she is the 2.5-year-old, and this one for Marie, and she's the 4.5-year-old. And they turned out super cute. I really like this one with a unicorn on the skateboard, little rainbow unicorn on the skateboard. And I did this one for Lila. And I did seal these as well, because I figured with little kids using them, they're going to get a lot of rough and tumble wear and tear. And I wanted to protect against the drills coming off. So I mean, they're on there. I tried to like peel them off, and they're there. They're really, that sealer works really good. So I did those, and then I did a few partials. So I did this one for Nate. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but Nate has a nutcracker collection. He's been collecting nutcrackers since he was about 3 years old. So he has quite an extensive nutcracker collection. And there's a picture hanging above on the wall above the area in the back living room where he displays his nutcrackers for the holidays. And I thought that this would be cool to replace that picture with for when his nutcrackers are displayed. So I did this one for Nate. I still have to frame it, but I have the frames and everything. It won't take me too long at all to frame that. I did this partial for Jennifer. I've told you guys before, she collects snowmen, and I love this. I just love the old-fashioned feel of it, and I love the way this bottom looks quilted. It's very, very cute. So that turned out nice and sparkly and pretty. Then I did a start and a finish of this. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love the way this turned out. This is a 30 by 30, 24 colors. This was in an unbagging I did earlier this week from DP Clubs. And if you remember, I had a 30 by 30 and then a 40 by 40 that were almost identical. I think the 40 by 40 has a bell, like a Christmas bell, rather than a poinsettia in there. But this one I did, this is going to be for my mother-in-law. It's going to go with her Christmas tree skirt and her throw pillows as kind of little gift bundle that all kind of, matches, or not matches, but complement each other. So that's what I've got, what I did for them. And this was a joy to work on. This is the favorite 30 by 30 that I have ever worked on. I think it came out just so well and so clear, because I was worried about these background faded holly leaves that it was just going to turn out like a blob, but it really didn't. It looks great, doesn't it? I am impressed. I'm really impressed with the way this one turned out. So I did this one this week. Now let's get to my big finishes. Yes, I have 2 big finishes. So the first one is Letter to Santa, which is a 18 by 24 inch, and it's from Craftably. And I wish I could keep this. I love it so much. I wish that it could be mine. It is almost the perfect, it's close to the perfect diamond painting. The glue was, I love Craftably's glue. It's so nice and tacky and sticky. I love the way they chart their images. I think this was charted so well. I like that the snow is like the bright blue and white, and then the on his hat and his beard is kind of cream and brown. It makes it look more natural. And I love like the shading, around the back of the wreath. There were a ton of ABs in this too. This red door is up here, is almost all red ABs. There's a lot of red ABs in his suit. The light the window over here to the right and the lantern over here to the left both have a lot of yellow ABs, and then there were white ABs down in the snow. And in the letter. The letter's almost all white ABs too. And I think that this is my favorite holiday diamond painting that I've ever done. So this is going to be for my dad, and I wish I could keep it. I love, love, love it. Then I finished the monster. Yes, I finally finished Anticipation of the Day Ahead by Chuck Pinson and Diamond Art Club. And this is what it looks like. I can't fit it all in the shot at the same time, so we're going to have to just do a little panning action. This is a square drill kit, and this is for my mother. I've been working on this for quite a long time. You guys have seen me work on it, and I really hope she likes it. I really, really do. This is a 93 by 70 centimeter, and she picked it out, and it's for her living room, and we are not going to frame this before we give it to her. She has an idea. She wants to use barnwood and make a barnwood frame for it. So I'm going to help her with that. But she's pretty creative and pretty handy and good at crafty type things. So I'm going to work with her on getting it framed exactly how she wants it framed. So for gift giving, I'm just going to roll it up and put it in a Diamond Art Club shipping box and give it to her that way. So that was my other big finish. Loved doing this. There's 59 colors in it, so a ton of colors. There were no dangers of running out of any drills, so that's always lovely. With the Craftably one either, I wasn't in fear of running out of any drills. So that's what I finished this week, and it doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a lot. I've been crafting my head off. Like, I always craft my head off, but I've been really, really crafting my head off. Really just burning the midnight oil and doing whatever I needed to do to get things finished. So what we're going to work on today is the gift that I have finally admitted defeat, and it is not going to be finished. But this is how the Christmas truck is coming, and it's close. I've got about a 30 by 40 section, and not even that, because I've already, well, yeah, I guess I've barely got a start on this section, but that's what we're going to work on today once we get to once we get that far. But first I want to show you, I got some friend mail. So I want to say thank you to Lisa Douglas from Lisa Douglas Diamond Painting and More. She sent me some friend mail, and I opened it when I filmed the video yesterday. So I've already seen this stuff, but I'm going to show you. She sent me this adorable diamond painting, and it's kind of funny because I've looked at this diamond painting several times and I've just never pulled the trigger and ordered it, and I'm so glad to have it because it's one that I really like. It is that flowered cow. Isn't that just so pretty? I love, love, love it. Thank you, Lisa, so much. It's super cute. Can't wait to do it. It's a round drill kit with 20 colors, and yeah, 30 by 40. So thank you, Lisa, for that. And then she left me a note in her package and said that she was sending me some duplicates of some things that she had that she didn't need and thought that I would get some use out of. And she is right, because I am definitely gonna, oops, and now you see what it is. She has sent me a lifetime supply of multiple sizes of crochet hooks. So she sent me all these crochet hooks in all these wonderful sizes. She sent me a whole bunch of really small ones, which are going to come in really handy because I do have some fingering weight yarn that I want to work with. And I was actually thinking about giving a try to making doilies. If anybody out there has ever made doilies, let me know how difficult and tedious and fiddly it is. So we're going from very, very teeny tiny crochet hooks to this ginormous, I think this is probably either a 15 or 25 millimeter plastic crochet hook, which she must know that I love chunky yarn, because I've got some chunky yarn sitting right over there in the corner that was supposed to turn into a blanket for my daughter for Christmas, for my daughter Emily, and just did not happen. But it can happen after Christmas. So thank you, Lisa, for all of these wonderful gadgets. And I'm just going to slide them back into the bag so I can take them out and put them in my crochet bag that's out in the front room, but I don't want to lose them until then. All right, so that is all the old business we have to talk, well, not old business, but finishes and friend mail. Now let's get into diamond painting and tell some stories, because I've got some good stories this week. I had some fun. I did a few. Oh, I know. I didn't show you. What did I do with them? Are they underneath here? Oh, I didn't grab them. Shoot. So last night I worked on, because I was having a hard time falling asleep, I made 5 of these, and they're just cardboard, but they are little Christmas tree ornaments, but I'm going to use them for gift tags. So, yeah, super cute. So I think I'm gonna finish these up while we talk, and then I'll get working on this canvas, because I need to finish these up. So we might get, if I get through them all while we're talking, then I'll move on to working on the big canvas. That's what I decided we were gonna do. I forgot. Okay, so where did I leave off with you guys? Last Thursday is the last time we chatted, and what was going on nothing was going on Thursday, but I pulled a fast one on Nate. And I don't know, some of you may not agree with what I did, but I'm not asking permission or forgiveness. I'm the mom and Jeff is the dad, and together we made this decision, and it was really fun, and I don't regret it. So what happened was, you know, I had been having a really hard time with Nate for Christmas. I wanted him to have surprises. On the other hand, I was having a really hard time with getting him things that he wanted. I didn't want to waste a bunch of money on stuff that I didn't know if he would like, and then just, you know, have it go to waste. So he wanted new clothes for Christmas. Well, he's at an age and a size that I cannot pick out clothes myself for him. He is very lanky. He's not really tall for his age, but has extremely long legs, and he is very thin. So his pants are all high waters. Even his pants that we got from when school started are all high waters, and so he needed new pants. So we decided that I would take him shopping on last Friday, and let him choose his Christmas presents. Now we're still wrapping them all and putting them all under the tree. Which, now that we're getting down to 0 hour and crunch time and I don't have all my gifts wrapped, is really sounding like a bad idea, because I've got so much other stuff to do. But yeah, we're not gonna not have presents under the tree. You know what I'm saying. So they're all gonna be wrapped and under the tree for him for Christmas morning. But everything is, he picked it out himself. So here's what we did. He wanted to go see the new Spider-Man movie, and Jeff and I didn't know when it started. So I got online last week and figured out that it was going to be starting on last Friday. And so I was going to go try to buy tickets for it, and they were all sold out for the evening shows. Well, they weren't entirely sold out, but there weren't any seats where there were 2 seats next to one another. They're just like, you know, a seat here and a seat there all over the theater, and that wasn't going to work for us. So then I started looking at other show times. They had a show that started at 2:45 that had seats available in it. Well, Nate doesn't get out of school until 2:25, and we live about 25 minutes away from the movie theater. So Jeff and I decided that it would be okay if I picked him up 15 minutes early from school and took him to the movies and then out shopping. Well, we decided to pull a fast one on him. And instead of telling him that that's what was going to happen, when he got up Friday morning and started getting ready for school, I said, Nate, I'm going to be picking you up from school early today. You have a dentist appointment. He was like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? That sucks. Right before Christmas, you know, da 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 da. And he's just going on and on and on about not wanting to have to go to the dentist. I'm like, well, it is what it is. You know, you have this, you got to go. You got to get your teeth, you got to keep your teeth taken care of. And so I went and picked him up, signed him out of school. We get in the car and he's like, what do I have to have done? I'm like, well, today you're getting 2 fillings. And he's like, oh, are you kidding me? And my mouth is going to be so sore. It's going to be all numb. I'm not going to be able to eat. I'm super hungry. You know, he's just belly aching and grumbling the whole time. And then he's like, well, are they at least going to give me the gas so it doesn't, you know, so I can fall asleep and it doesn't take so long and it doesn't hurt? Like, yeah, I'm sure they're going to give you the gas. They always do. And he's like, oh, fine. So we get on the highway because Nate's dentist is a pediatric dentist. That's about an hour south of us. And so we get on the highway. And also, the movie theater that we go to is off the highway about 25 minutes south of us. We go to that theater because they have recliners that you sit in for seats. They're like really soft padded leather reclining chairs, and it's the only theater with my hips and my back the way they are. It's the only theater seating that I can tolerate sitting in. So if we're going to the movies, we're going all the way down to Birch Run to go to the movie, which sometimes is inconvenient, but it's worth it. It's so worth it because otherwise I wouldn't be able to take him to the movies ever. And that's one thing that Nate and I like to do is we do like to go to the movies together a lot. So we get on the highway and we're traveling along and he's belly aching and grumbling and belly aching and grumbling. And so I get off on the exit of the movie theater and I don't say a word. Well, you know, he's a teenager and he's lost in his own little world and he's pretty much oblivious to what's going on. He didn't notice that it wasn't the exit for the dentist. So I turn the corner and I'm driving down the road and then I turn another corner and then I turn into the movie theater and finally he looks at me and he's like, what, mom, this is not the dentist. What? And I'm like, surprise, you don't have a dentist appointment. We're going to see Spider-Man. He freaked out. He was like, what? Woohoo! And gave me a big high five and the biggest smile I've seen come across of his face in months. And it was just, he was, so surprised and excited about that. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to the movies and then we're going to go Christmas shopping and, you get to pick out, whatever you want for Christmas. And so we went, we went and watched the movie and it was really good. I really liked the last actor that they had playing Spider-Man. I don't remember his name. It is like in my mind, but I can't bring it to my mouth. I really liked him, so I wasn't sure about having a new actor playing Spider-Man. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about that, but it was good, and they kind of wove it into the story, in kind of acknowledging that it was a different Spider-Man, which I liked. I didn't like that they just ignored the fact that there have been other Spider-Men. So, but I won't give away anything else. I won't give away any plot or anything because we're super into like Avengers and the Marvel multiverse. So we watch all the Marvel movies. My favorite is the Guardians of the Galaxy ones, and Nate told me just yesterday that they're coming out with a new Guardians of the Galaxy movie next year. So I'm super excited about that. Chris Pratt, yes, please. Yep, I could watch him all day. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. But I'm not going to give you any spoilers about Spider-Man, but it was good. If you've got a kid or yourself and you're even remotely into that kind of thing, it's definitely worth a watch. It was very good. So we left the movie theater, and where the movie theater is in a little town called Birch Run. And Birch Run has a ginormous outlet mall. There's probably over 100 stores in this outlet mall. So I was thinking to myself, wow, this is awesome. We'll be in Birch Run. We can save some money by going to the outlet stores. And, he'll have a huge selection to choose from. But he's like, Mom, is it okay? Can we just go back to Saginaw and go to the mall? I'm like, yep, it's your Christmas. We can do whatever you want. So because what had happened was when we were out shopping for his band, when we were in that hurried mess of trying to find his clothes for his band concert, he had seen some clothes at H&M that he really liked, and so he wanted to go back to H&M and get those sweatshirts that he had seen that he liked. So I'm like, sure, yeah, we can go back to the mall. So we went back to the mall, and he was such an easy shopper. We went to J.C. Penney. He found some stuff there. He's like, yep, yep, yep. I like that. I like that. I like that. Went to H&M, found a bunch of stuff there. Went and got new shoes. And oh my God, I cannot believe this kid. He got new shoes when school started, and they measured him, and he was a men's size 5. He said he needed new shoes, and I'm like, really? You just got new shoes, when school started. It's not really that long ago. I was a little bit surprised when he wanted new shoes for Christmas. So we go to the shoe store, and I'm like, I don't know what size he is. It's been a while since he's been measured. They measured his foot. He now wears a men's size 7. He has grown 2 shoe sizes since school has started. So no wonder the poor kid wanted new shoes. His other shoes don't fit, for goodness sake. So we were able to find 2 new pairs of shoes. He got some high top yellow Converse All-Stars, which look super cute on him. And then he got some low top all black Converse as well. And then we went to Spencer's, which they have like some comic book t-shirts from some comic books that he likes, or I guess they don't even call them comics anymore. They're graphic novels. And there's shows too, but like anime, I think it is, like Jotaro or something like that. I don't know, if you have young kids, you might know what I'm talking about, or youngish kids. But we got that. We got him a couple of new books and a whole bunch of clothes. And then he said what he really wanted for Christmas was something that I never would have thought of in a million years. He wanted a punching bag. The kind like Rocky that hangs from the ceiling, like punching bag. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, we can go to the sporting goods store and see what they've got. Check it out. So we got all of our clothes shopping done, and we went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and they had a stand-alone. It was on a really heavy-duty stand, a punching bag and kicking bag. Like the long cylindrical kicking bag. And so it was on sale, but they only had 2 of them left, and there were another couple that were there that were looking at it and were going to get it for their kids as well. And so I was like, this is kind of a purchase, because it wasn't cheap. This was kind of a purchase that I should have consulted Jeff about, just because it wasn't cheap and it was pretty big as far as finding some place to put it. But I thought to myself, it's on sale. They've only got 2. They're selling one of those 2 right now. I can just see this being something where I don't act on it immediately, and I try to come back tomorrow and it's going to be gone. So I just pulled the trigger and said, yep, we'll take it. And they loaded it up in my car, and holy heavy hell, but they loaded it up in my car for me, and we were on our way. So he was ecstatic. He told me he had the best day that he had in a long time. And it was actually, I had misgivings about taking him shopping and having him know almost all of his Christmas presents. But after we did it and seeing how much enjoyment he had, like just how much fun he had the whole day, it kind of replaced the joy and wonderment that he would have had on Christmas morning if everything had been a surprise. And then I've got the, bonus that everything that he got is something that he wants. So a little bit different of a Christmas than what we're used to. But what I'm finding is that as my children are getting older, 2 of them are adults and Nate is now a teen. As they're getting older and my granddaughters are getting older, traditions are changing. And I am not a person who is so good with change. I'm just not. I like things to stay the same. And I have had a hard time adjusting to new traditions, especially when it comes to the holidays and things like that. But I'm starting to be a little bit more accepting, and realizing that, things can't always stay the same. And people grow and people change and kids grow up, and you've got to adjust your life, based on them, you know. So there, got one done. One little tag is done. Cute. Look at how cute that is. Isn't that going to be adorable? And then I can just write on the back, and then I'll use some string. These came with like a rope type stuff, because I think they intended you to use them as Christmas ornaments. But I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use some string and tape it to the box. That way they can keep it if they want to, or pitch it, or whatever. But there's one done, and let's do the snowman next. He looks like fun. So anyway, so that was my Friday last week, and then Maddie did not come home last weekend, so it was just a normal weekend. Then on Tuesday, we had cookie day exchange, and I told you guys about that last week, where with my sisters and Emily, we all get together and each of us bake 2 or 3 different kinds of cookies, and then we bake enough for all 4 of the families that we get together and exchange them. And the exchange happened at our house this year, which was a little uncommon. We don't usually do it at my house, but I was fine with that. And so everybody came over, both of my sisters and one of my brother-in-laws and their kids, and my sister Heather's grandson, who is turned 1 in August, and holy hell, what a little terror. I tell you what, it was a huge, valuable lesson to me that my house is not baby proof. And also a huge, valuable lesson to me that my granddaughters are very good girls, because I don't put any of my craft stuff away when they come over. They just know that, and I tell them, and of course they're a little bit older too, so they can understand a little bit better, but I'm able to tell them that's Granny's, that's Granny's beads for her projects, or that's Granny's, Granny's projects, you don't touch those. And they don't touch them. They never have. But little SJ, man, he was just into everything. And my house is not baby proofed or kid friendly at all. Then we do still have the construction going on a little bit in the kitchen, so Jeff still has some tools and stuff out, so he was getting into that stuff, and he just wanted to get into everything. But he's adorable. He's going to be so fun this year for Christmas, because he knows, about Santa and stuff like that, and we were singing him Christmas carols, and it was just so cute. So we did our cookie exchange, and then we ordered some pizza, and we just sat back and enjoyed each other's company in a little bit more of a laid back atmosphere. We're all going to get together again on Christmas Eve. We do Christmas Eve dinner and a party at my sister's house every year, with our parents and the sisters. So we've got that coming up, but this was just a little bit more relaxed, without the pressures of, gift exchange and a big fancy dinner and all that stuff. Not that we have like a fancy sit down dinner. We don't. We have like a buffet style, but it's a big meal that my sister puts on, and then we've got all the gift exchange and all that that's happening on Christmas Eve. And the kids are all crazy and giddy with excitement. So it was nice on Tuesday to do the cookie exchange and just grab some pizza and chill out. And, a couple of people had a couple beers, and it was nice. It was a just nice, relaxing time. Then everybody goes to leave, and Emily and her husband had driven separately. So Nick leaves in his car, and then Emily and the girls go to leave. And Emily had locked her keys in her car. Yeah. So she had to, and her husband was already home by the time she called him, or by the time this happened. So she has to call her husband and have him drive all the way back out to our house. And we live about, 15, 20 minutes away from them. So that was, and the girls were all bundled up because it was cold outside. They had to get rebundled. It was a mess. It was a mess. So that was Tuesday, and then yesterday was I wanted to tell you what else happened on Tuesday. So my friend Sarah came over and kept me company while I was baking, because I did my baking all day Tuesday, and the sisters came over at 5:30. So she came over and hung out with me, and while she was here, her daughter called, and her daughter Alex has recently gotten into diamond painting as well. So she was like, Mom, I'm out of diamond paintings. So she's just recently gotten into it. So she doesn't have like a stash, right? She just had a couple diamond paintings and she finished them. She's like, I need something to work on. I want a diamond paint, but I don't have anything. I'm like, oh, Sarah, tell her to come over here. I will hook her up. So she sent her over to my house. And so Alex came over and I just totally hooked her up. I gave her, it ended up being kind of a Christmas gift for her. I gave her a diamond art club. She had never done a diamond art club before, so I let her choose. I mean, selectively choose. I didn't give her free reign or anything. I let her choose one of my diamond art club canvases that she liked, and then I also gave her a craftably landscape that I had that she really liked. And then I also gave her my 100 by 100 centimeter Eye of Venus from Craftably. I absolutely love that diamond painting. I think it's amazing and I would love to see it finished. But if I'm honest with myself, which I was on Tuesday, or when, yeah, no, Tuesday, that was Tuesday. I am never going to finish that. Like, just because of the size. It is too big for me to work on while sitting in my recliner at my lap desk. And it is too painful for me to sit in here for in my craft room for, long amounts of time to work on it in here. So realistically, I was never going to get to it. And she was really excited about it. She was going to go home and kit it up and get started on it right away. So I gave that to her. So Merry Christmas to her. And I gave her that. And it's kind of funny because then after she left, the sisters came over, and my niece Lauren, who is 20, she also has gotten into diamond painting. And so I was able to hook her up with some accessories. I gave her one of my hand-turned pens that I had gotten from, I think I had gotten it from Jim's, but it was one that was a little bit thicker. And I found that I don't really care for the thicker diamond painting pens. I prefer the ones that are, this size or smaller, like the Diamond Art Club size and shape. So it was a beautiful, beautiful resin burl hybrid pen, but it was not comfortable for me. And she loved the colors, and she said she likes the chunky pens. So I gave her that, and I gave her some Not Your Mama's mud because she was complaining about wax. She was having a hard time with her wax. So I gave her some Not Your Mama's mud, and what else did I give her? I don't know. Some other just little accessories. So I was a little diamond painting gift giver on Tuesday. Everybody got a little something something. And then on Wednesday, which was yesterday, I had to finish up my shopping. I had to go get my stocking stuffers because I hadn't done that yet. And holy hell, what I do for stocking stuffers is I've always done this, I do like personal care items. So everybody in their stocking gets deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, razors, shampoo, conditioner, what else? All that kind of stuff. All like personal care, gum, that kind of thing is what everybody gets in their stocking. Now this year I only have to do 2 stockings because I just have Maddie and Nate who are going to be here, for Christmas morning, and Emily takes care of her own. Emily and Nick, they're 27 years old. They're on their own and taking care of themselves. And Jeff and I don't do stockings anymore. We did when the kids were little, but it's a lot of money, and it's stuff that we already have anyway. So it's really just buying for the sake of buying. And we decided, you know, we'd rather save that money and put it towards other gifts for other people. So we don't do stockings between the two of us anymore. And I always ended up doing my own stocking anyways, which was kind of stupid. So why bother? You know what I mean? So then I did all that, and then Emily had needed me to babysit yesterday afternoon just for a few hours. She had to work only from 2 until 5, and she needed a babysitter because daycare was closed this week. And so I was like, yeah, you know, I'll go over and I'll watch the girls. So we were talking, and me and Marie were playing store, and I said, what store are we at? Because she has little Barbie dolls with and like a little store set up. I'm like, what store are we at? I said, are we at Hobby Lobby? She said, what's Hobby Lobby? I'm like, oh, Hobby Lobby is the most fabulous store in the world. And so I started telling her everything that Hobby Lobby has. I'm like, it has, you know, yarn and pictures and furniture and Christmas decorations and craft kits and you know, and flowers and telling her everything Hobby Lobby had. She's like, Granny, you know what would be a good idea? I want to go to Hobby Lobby and get some flowers for my mom for a Christmas present. And just the way she said it was so adorably cute. I was like, you know what? When Mama gets home from work, and I totally didn't have time to do this, you guys, but I did it anyways because I couldn't resist the cuteness. I said, how about when Mama gets home from work, we'll get your car seat out of Mama's car and I will take you to Hobby Lobby and we can get Mama some flowers for Christmas. She's like, okay, Granny, we'll trick her. We'll tell her we're going to go to Meijer's, but then we'll really go to Hobby Lobby. So she was so excited all day waiting to go to Hobby Lobby. So Mom came home from work and we took off and we went to Hobby Lobby, and holy hell, $100 later, I get out of there because of course she finds, you know, amazing things that she just has to have. And I was okay with it because it's Christmas and I can't turn down the cuteness. It's my kryptonite. I'm a sucker for the cuteness. So we got Emily a little flower arrangement and got a gift bag and took it back to Emily's house and sent Emily in the bedroom so we could wrap it up and put it under the tree. And we put it just in a gift bag and with some tissue covering it. And then Marie hid the present behind a bunch of other presents on the tree. So then I get home and Marie calls me from Emily's phone. Says, Granny, Mom was trying to sneak and look at her Christmas present. Like, oh, that sneaky snook, that bad mama, you tell her to get out of there and quit being nosy, or she's going to be on the naughty list. And so she was cracking up, and it was just adorably cute. Just adorably cute. So that brings us to today. Oh, and then last night, Jeff made us grilled steak and shrimp for dinner to celebrate his 11-day vacation that he is now on. So he's off now through till after the first of the year on vacation, and he's pretty excited about that. But he worked his butt off last night. He cooked us dinner, and it was about 15 degrees here, and he was out cooking on the grill, the poor guy. It was freezing. Okay, got another one done. Little snowman, super cute, adorable. I like these little projects. Getting them done. But he was frozen, and so then after that he started wrapping gifts because up until last night I had not wrapped a gift. Not one. Hadn't wrapped anything. Nope, nothing. I work best under pressure, and I'm a procrastinator, and it's not that I'm lazy because I am always working and always doing something, but as you guys well know, what I do is I start new projects. So I've always got too much going, and I'm always adding to the list of projects, and so it's, you know, we're now getting to the time where these projects needed to be finished, and I've been just furiously working trying to finish them. So Jeff last night spent hours wrapping, and he did an excellent job. And then he got up this morning early and started wrapping again. So thank God for him. I don't know what I would do without him. He is a lifesaver. He also, last Sunday, I was complaining last week that I had all of those tails to weave in on my 4 Christmas tree skirts that I'm giving as gifts. So last Sunday, I decided to teach Jeff how to weave in tails. And while he sat and watched the football game and the basketball game, he wove in tails for me on the Christmas tree skirts, and he did 3 out of the 4 of them. I was so impressed. He did a good job too. So I think I have found myself my designated tail weaver, and I'm never going to weave a tail again. I got a guy for that now. So that was awesome. But yeah, so that brings us to today, and he had to run out this morning to grab some boxes and some gift tags. We ran out. So he went and did that, and I'm doing this video. Then I have to run over to Jennifer's. I have some stuff of hers I need to return, some dishes. And then I still have to frost cutout cookies. My sister Heather does the cutout cookies, but she doesn't frost them before we exchange them. So we have to frost them ourselves. So I haven't frosted the cutouts yet. So we have to frost cutouts today, finish doing all the wrapping. I've given up hope. As of Tuesday night, I had thought that I was going to kick butt and work like nonstop and get this Christmas truck diamond painting finished for Christmas. But last night at about 10:30, I kind of faced facts that I was going to ruin everybody's Christmas by not sleeping and stressing and not doing anything but work on that diamond painting. And I did not want to do that. It's not worth it. My dad and stepmom will understand, and they can get it a week late. I mean, I'm still going to finish it. I'm still going to frame it and give it to them, and they will still love it. It's just going to be a little bit late, and they will understand that. And it's not like it's their only gift, because I made them a Christmas tree skirt as well. So it's not like I'm stiffing them on a gift or anything. And not that they would care if I did either. But I had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself and say, come on, Ange, you're being a little unreasonable with thinking that you can get everything done, because there's no way that you're going to get everything done. And so that was the thing that I decided to sacrifice, rather than sacrificing cookies and, wrapping gifts and sleep, because I did that one year. I kind of was running behind, and so I didn't sleep so that I could get some projects done. And it made Christmas miserable, because I was like dozing off on Christmas Day because I couldn't stay awake. It was awful. So I didn't want to do that again. So I've just accepted that I'm not going to get the Christmas truck done. It's looking great though. It's looking fantastic. I'm really, really happy with the way it's turning out. And remember how I was telling you guys that I was afraid I was going to run out of drills on it? Well, guess what? I have run out of drills, and it was, but I thought that I was going to be pushing through and needing to get it done for Christmas, because very sweet subscriber Kathy did offer to send me extra drills if I did run out, but I didn't think that I had time to wait for them, because I thought I was going to need to get this done for Christmas. So I just went into some other kits and kind of stole some drills from some other kits, which now I'm going to have to replace the drills on the other kits for, when I finally do get to them. But so I did run out, and I'm shocked, because I've done several craftablies and I've never even come close to running out of drills before. So I'm not sure what happened with this one, and it's more than one color is the thing. I definitely ran out of one color that I needed a lot more of, and I'm seriously concerned that I'm going to run out of white ABs, and a couple other colors. Colors of green that I'm concerned I'm going to run out of. But I decided that there are so many. It's got, how many colors are in here? 50 colors, I think. Yeah, 50 colors. And there's so many colors of green and gray that are very, very similar that I'm just going to substitute, and it'll look fine. You're never going to notice the difference if I run out, and I'll just substitute with something that's close. So I was really bummed about it and pissed off, but I kind of got over that too. It's funny how when you get under the gun for things, you compromise. You know what I mean? Like something that wouldn't be acceptable under normal circumstances, all of a sudden you're like, that'll be okay. I can deal with that. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. So I let you know what I'm doing today. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. So tomorrow we'll be going to my sister's house at 5:30 or 6 o'clock for Christmas Eve dinner, and then gifts and that with my family. On Saturday, we will get up and do gifts here at the house. My mother and father-in-law always come over at 8 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning. So they're here when the kids open their gifts. They've done that. They've done that for as long as Jeff and I have been together. Even before Nate was born, they would come over and be with the girls when the girls opened their Christmas gifts. And that's always a really nice, fun, special time to spend with them. I've always really appreciated having them involved in our Christmas morning. And this is another tradition that has recently changed. I used to do a big Christmas breakfast. And now, Emily, now that the girls, my granddaughters, have gotten a little bit older, Emily made the decision, and I respect her tremendously for making this decision, because I made this decision for myself when my children were young, too. She doesn't go anywhere on Christmas Day. She lets the girls stay home and play with their toys on Christmas Day. So if you want to see her or her kids on Christmas Day, you need to go to her house. So she started hosting the Christmas morning breakfast. So Jeff's parents are coming over at 8 on Christmas morning, and then we will have just coffee and mimosas here. And then we will go to Emily's for breakfast at 10. Okay, ice skate finished. Ooh, pretty. Gotten 3 of those bad boys finished since we've been talking. Only got 2 more to go. We'll go to her house and have breakfast, and then we'll come home and rest and relax for a little while, and then we'll go to Jennifer's for Christmas dinner and gift exchange there at 5. So we usually go there a little bit earlier, but this year it's going to be a little bit later because Alex has to go to her boyfriend's family's house, and she didn't have to do that in previous years. But they're getting a little bit more serious. Their relationship's getting a little bit more serious to where they're, participating in each other's family Christmases. So we have to do our Christmas celebration over there a little bit later. So we'll have a nice relaxing day during the day on Saturday, which I'm happy about that. But yeah, so that's everything. I think that brings you guys all up to speed on everything. I have some videos that I have already recorded that hopefully I will have time to put out. Hopefully I'll be able to sneak a minute to process them and upload them throughout the weekend. And one of them is talking about next month's event that I am co-hosting with Mindy. We are doing Rest, Relax, and Enjoy the View hashtag. It is going to be a landscape event. So any diamond painting that is a landscape, and we want to try to concentrate on artists that are not Chuck Pinson. So, I mean, we're not going to kick you out if you decide to do a Chuck Pinson, but Chuck has his 2 months of his very, very own that we concentrate on him. So we were trying to concentrate on some other artists like Abraham Hunter or David McLean or Dominic Davison or Deborah Malcolm or Andy Russell. I'm just trying to think of some other landscape artists that are out there. So no specific company, no specific artist, just, preferably not Chuck Pinson. But participate with us. We're going to have some really, really fun prize giveaways. They're going to happen a little bit differently. You're going to have some, you're going to have to do a little bit more than just posting a picture. We're going to have some fun questions to answer and things to do during the month. And I hope that you guys will consider taking part in it. And then we're going to have a couple of great grand prizes for the end of the month. So get your landscape in mind, and the goal of it is you want to be thinking about, if you were going somewhere to rest, relax, and enjoy the view, what would be your perfect landscape? Would you be on a beach somewhere? Would you be in the mountains? Would you be on a farm? Would you be in a little white cottage? Would you be camping in the woods? You know, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your landscape, and I hope that you guys will join in and participate in that event. It should be a lot of fun. I've got an unboxing video that I've already recorded that I'm going to show you the landscape I'm going to be working on for the month, and it is another big guy, but it's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. It's an Abraham Hunter. I just got it last week, so I'm excited to show it to you guys and see what you think. And that's all I have, I think, for today. So I think I'm going to let you guys go. I will finish this one up, but I've got to go get in the shower and get on the road and get my running around done for the day so I can get back here and frost some cookies and wrap some presents and all that holiday hooby woody kind of stuff. Holiday hooby woody. The Grinch says that. I love the Grinch. Watch The Grinch and Elf and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation every day, at least once a day. And we just subscribed to Disney Plus, so I've been watching the Santa Claus movies as well. You know, those are really good movies. I really like the Santa Claus movies. I think my favorite one, though, is the first one. And isn't that the way usually with movies with sequels? Like, the first one is always the best. I don't think I can think of one movie where the sequel was better than the original. Not one. Nope. Just doesn't happen. But all of them are good. Right now I'm on the Santa Claus 3, and that's the one with Jack Frost in it. Cute. The one where Mrs. Claus is having a baby. Very cute. So I will let you guys go. I hope that you guys all have a very Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, hope you have a great week and a great weekend. And I look forward to talking to you again very soon. And take care, travel safely, and I wish you all the best. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.